Good afternoon, how's it going? I'm going to put the light on because that's rubbish. Is that better? Right. I've spoken about motivation before, but I've just been actually writing, I've been putting together this month's issue of... Can you see it on there? Yeah, I've been putting together this month's issue of the BKS Inner Circle. For the guys on the Inner Circle, who are the guys on the monthly programme. So I've got guys who come down to the park, live sessions, and they get all the help and support that goes with that, and they get to work with me personally. I've got an online programme, which is kind of like a prerequisite for the monthly programme. Because for the monthly programme, people kind of need to know what they're doing. If you already know what you're doing, that's fine, you can get involved. If it's too involved for you, then you can go and do the introductory programme. Good stuff, that, isn't it? It's almost as if it was designed to be a bit of a flow, so it's progression all the way. Anyway, I'm putting together the Inner Circle newsletter, which goes out. Well, it's not a newsletter, it's a programme. You do it. It's not something you read, it's something you do. And that goes out on Sunday. I'll be putting a link in the emails and stuff like that. I might. There's no link to go in here at the minute, but I'll do that in the future anyway. But I'm just putting that together, and there was something came out of it, actually, about motivation that I've been talking about. And it comes from, I've got this, which will be backwards, but it's from Mr. Mike Sweeney, friend of mine, Mike Sweeney, who's a UK registered dietitian, and he backs up my nutrition system that I've got. I've got a nutrition website that it does everything for you. Basically, it's got a bunch of recipes on there. The guys who are in the Inner Circle, the guys on the programme, the online guys will know about this. It's a system, you log into it, there's shitloads of recipes on there, and you can produce planners for your week, all of that sort of stuff. It spits out recipes for you. Mike's putting together an app for it, apparently, like he's just told me. And he also, so it does everything for you, basically. It's recipes, and it tells you, if you give me a height, weight, and age, and all that, it calculates what you need to eat, and then and then you eat the recipes off the website that work for you, basically. And Mike also does this monthly newsletter, like I said. So he's just started sending this out. It's got loads of great stuff in it. And one of the things, actually, because he talks about similar stuff to me, but he comes from kind of the nutrition. I'm coming from the training side, and obviously there's nutrition involved. However, that's not my line of expertise. Whereas Mike, UK registered dietitian, is his line of expertise. That's why I use him for this stuff, because he knows what he's talking about. So, however, he comes at it from the nutrition side, but it's all very similar stuff. So in his newsletter here, he's got 4 pillars of how to lose body fat. Basically, it's not about losing weight. We don't necessarily talk about that a lot. It's about it's about fat loss. Because losing weight doesn't necessarily mean anything. You can lose fat and build muscle and put weight on and still be leaner and more healthy and all of that. So anyway, so he's got 4 pillars, and I'll just have a look through it. And the last one is great, and it's about tackling the real obstacles. Okay, and this is the bit about motivation, because what will happen is, if you're on a diet, diets, you can be on a diet. I'll just see if this is, it is. If you're on a diet, meaning you're restricting calories, if you're restricting them a hell of a lot, you're going to run out of motivation for doing that diet, because it's not sustainable. You'll be able to do it for a few weeks. You might even be able to do it for a month, but you'll probably feel a bit rubbish. And then as soon as you finish, what you're going to do, you're going to start eating the way you did again, right? You haven't learned anything, okay? So Yeah, the way the nutrition website works is it for your height, weight, age, size, all of that. You go just below your energy intake that you need. Okay, and it's all done on portion sizes, all of that sort of stuff. So you go just below what you need. So it's a gradual fat loss. It's aimed around fat loss, not weight loss. Weight loss is easy. You just stop eating, you lose weight. Simple as that. Dead easy. Do that for 3 days. Drink loads of water, and you lose weight. For fat loss, it's very different. And I'm not allowed to talk about that a lot on adverts and all that sort of stuff because you're not allowed. You're not allowed to say fat. It's a bad word. Anyway, his fourth pillar was about tackling real obstacles. So, you've got all your motivation there, you're going to do your diet, you're going to restrict your calories, 5-2 diet, whatever the hell, low carb, low fat, whatever, right? But after a few weeks, that's going to run out. Your motivation is going to run out, and then you're going to be like, right, well, I'll give up. And I've said this before, and what brought this about was writing this month's newsletter. I've done a little bit, just to get over to people about what this is all about. So I've done a little bit from here, just a couple of very brief pointers. So I hope Mike doesn't mind. I'm sure he doesn't because I'm paying him to get this anyway. But it's just a couple of little pointers, and the last one is motivation. Okay. And I say it'll only get you so far, right? So what you've got to do is tackle the real problem of why you want to lose. You probably think you want to lose weight, but why you want to lose weight, or why you want to lose body fat, or why you want to look better, or why you want to feel better, or why you want to be more fit, or why you want to run faster, why you want to, you want to bring your resting heart rate down, right? That's getting technical, but a high resting heart rate isn't necessarily that great. You want to bring your blood pressure down. You want to lower your cholesterol. You want a sporting chance of living for a bit longer, right? And that's a bit dramatic, right? However, the next thing in it, so I'm talking about motivation, right? And I've had plenty of motivation about this sort of stuff because I've never been fit and healthy. I was speaking about this the other day. 35 years, I was unfit and unhealthy, and I was going down the gym as well for 10 years up until that. I started going to the gym when I was 25, and I didn't really work out what to do and how well to do it until I was 35. Anyway. Motivation will run out unless you tackle the real issue or you've got the real why of why you want to do it, right? And then I'll read it straight. This is straight from this month's newsletter. For me, or this month's program, like I say, it's not a newsletter. There's lots of stuff to read in there, but it's mainly to do. But for me, it was because I watched my old man die of lung cancer at the age of 65, right? After living an unhealthy lifestyle and smoking a lot. That's it. That's all the motivation I need, right? Because it was horrible. It's not a nice thing to have to go through, But it happened. It happened, and it wasn't. It was a big surprise when I found out. When he found out, he didn't really know what it was, and then I remember speaking to my brother. And we were talking to each other, and I was like, "What's going on?" Then Dad's been down the doctors. This is happening. He says they've found a lung. All this. My brother was like, "It's fucking lung cancer. He's got lung cancer, and they're not. They can't. Or he's not telling us. He doesn't really fully understand it. But anyway, he smoked a lot for 40 years. I've spoken about this before. He started when he was 5 years old and smoked till he was about 48. Then he gave up. However, he was already done in. He'd already done it. At 48, so that's 8 years older than I am now, and he'd already done himself in. Already, he was out. Because, you get lung cancer from smoking. So then 17 years later, he died. And I don't want that, which is why I do what I do. It's why I get guys down the park to do this as well. It's tackling the real obstacle, the real why do you want to do something. Because if it's just motivation, it's just because I want to do it. It's not good enough. It's not gonna happen. You have to have the motivation. Why? If my dad at my age now, at 40, if I could have turned around to him and said, "You're not going to be here at 65," okay? He wasn't at my wedding. you know, if it's you know, he never met my wife, who, you know, that's a different story, but he never met my wife. He died just before I met her. So it's one of those things. If I could have said to him at my age I am at now, if I could have said to him at 40, you're not going to be around anymore in 25 years. So at 65, you're not going to be here, and we'll all miss you. And you know, there's people in our lives, in mine and my brother's life, in my mum's life, and all that, who you're not going to get to meet, and you never will. It's going to leave my mum on her own, living on her own. It's, you know, it's going to leave a lot of people upset and unhappy. If I could have said that to him at 40 and got him to do something, like, well, if I could have said that to him, do you think that would have given him the motivation to do something? And, you know, I would hope it would. You know, so it's happening all over the place now. It's happening all over the place. You see it. You see people just don't care. They think they're going to live forever. When you're 20, you think you're going to live forever. I did. And then I got 10, 15 years down the line and realised I was a bit of a mess. So yeah, I'm just going to leave you with that. This is from this month's newsletter, by the way, so it's not all doom and gloom. It's just that bit just came up as I was writing it. I knew what I was going to write, but then I didn't know that bit was going to come up when I was talking about motivation. And it's like, it's just one of those things. I didn't necessarily want to lose weight. That's where it all started out with. It all started out with losing weight, but it wasn't. It's like I wanted to be fitter. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to live longer and have decent years and not have the years where you're being kept alive by medical science. People are living longer, so therefore people are like, well, people are living longer, so we're healthier. Have a look around. That's a load of rubbish. We're spending more money on gym memberships and exercise equipment. People have got bloody rowing machines and treadmills and cross trainers and all that in the houses that they hang washing on. You know, it's billions we're spending every year on fitness, and the country's fatter than it's ever been. Go down the shops and go to a shop and see how many 30-inch pairs of trousers you can buy, 30-inch waist pairs of trousers you can buy. I know for a fact that you can't. You can't get them anywhere. Not ones that'll fit legs that are thicker than that, by the way. You can get your skinny jeans with the legs like that, but who wants legs like that? If you do, that's fine. I don't. Right? So you can get your 30-inch waist ones that'll fit a leg like that, but try and find it. They don't. Everything's got bigger. Everything's got bigger to accommodate the fact that people are getting bigger, but people are living longer due to medical science. So people are more unhealthy, but living longer due to medical science, and we're spending more money than we've ever done on health, on health and joining the gym and all that sort of stuff. So, just a little thought for you. How far is motivation going to get you with that? When you see people do it all the time and then give up. Nah, you've got to tackle the real obstacles of why. Right, my battery's running out, and I'm going to shut up now anyway, because I've got to finish my monthly newsletter, which goes out on Sunday. So if you want it, it'll be in Saturday's email, and I'll be posting a link to it anyway. So there we go. See you tomorrow.